Welcome to episode 5 of Exposure Therapy Diaries. In today's video, I had spontaneously asked my boyfriend to take me to the grocery store in Sweden, because before leaving for Sweden, I had a panic attack in a grocery store which made me flee the scene and not want to step foot in a grocery store ever again, and that just simply won't do. At this point, I hadn't been grocery shopping in 3 or 4 weeks, and I was like, alright, we gotta get a handle on this, so we hopped in the car and made our way to ICA. It was pretty late in the evening, and the store was almost completely empty, and I was very pleasantly surprised that, unlike most German grocery stores, there was no barrier preventing you from exiting once you entered. You could just waltz out whenever you pleased, and there were bathrooms right across from the entrance to the supermarket, which is always a great comfort to me. This shopping trip was pretty chill. We didn't have a shopping list to get through since we were there pretty much exclusively for the purpose of exposure therapy. I kept getting anxious and wanting to leave, then finding something interesting to distract me, then getting anxious and wanting to leave again, then finding something else to distract me for a couple more minutes, rinse and repeat. The worst part for me was when my boyfriend wanted to look at a particular shelf for a bit longer, which sounds extremely childish, but hear me out. If I want to look at something, I'm in control of how long I'm going to stand there looking at it, but when it's someone else, I don't know how long they're going to take to make a decision, and so I start to feel trapped and like I'm going to be in this grocery store aisle forever and not be able to leave when I want to because my support person isn't ready yet. In reality, we were probably in the store for a grand total of less than 10 minutes, so all those feelings of being trapped in an endless shopping trip were just going on in my head. I got myself several little sweet treats as a reward for braving the grocery store, which I thoroughly enjoyed afterwards, though I regret to inform you that it has now been 6 weeks since this video was filmed and I still have not stepped foot back in a grocery store yet, which is kind of a problem. It's hard to explain to someone who's not agoraphobic just how much you can miss completely normal and boring things like looking at shelves in a store and picking out what you want and putting it in your cart and buying it. Hopefully I can get back to doing that soon. Follow along for more exposure therapy diaries.
Understood. Kira out.
This is so much sweeter than I thought it would be.
Yeah, that is true.